April 8th, 2013. The first day I ever found one of JD from my 206 videos, which happened to be his WrestleMania 29 review. So that was the first video I ever watched of JD from my 206. Since then, I've watched all of JD's wrestling reviews, whether it be NXT's or his. Before it used to be not off the script, he had to call it behind the mic, which was one of his. That was the first of his. Before he made it off the script, he used to call it behind the mic. So ever since then, I've been watching JD from Y206's videos. And then a couple weeks ago, I decided to say, you know what? I'm passionate about wrestling. I've been watching wrestling since WrestleMania 17. Let me jump on here, make my own wrestling podcast, which you guys out there, my subscribers, you told me, you know what? You wouldn't mind me doing. So today's going to be episode 1 of Behind the Curtain. I'll let you guys know what I'm going to break down for you guys today. I've been watching Deluxe Man for a long time. Been watching Joe Cronin since his WrestleMania 30 review. I know people out here used to call him Slack Daddy, but I used to watch him a bunch too. But really the guy that got me to do this podcast would be JD from Y206. Again, like I said, he's very passionate about wrestling too. A lot of people in the community, they share I believe most of the same thing JD says too. But you'll find out in today in some newsrooms I'm going to break down for you guys too. But a bunch of YouTubers, like, Deluxe Man, Joe Cronin. I mean, we all feel the same way. In wrestle reactions, I've watched Frank Manzo and him all the time too. So this will be my first podcast for you guys from Behind the Curtain. To give you guys a little bit of what I started it, and now to give you guys my background. Again, my first ever wrestling show I ever watched, again, I tell you guys all the time, was WrestleMania 17, which happens to be most people believe that's the greatest WrestleMania of all time. Again, like I told you guys there, mine would be WrestleMania 19. Again, if you want to know why, I just believe that card from top to bottom. If you break down WrestleMania 19, you put it up against WrestleMania 17, match for match. The only bad match on that show for WrestleMania 19 was the Undertaker's A-Train and Big Show. Besides that, every single match on that card was great. Now, if you go to WrestleMania 17, like I was telling you guys, there's some matches on there which you're like, you really, that's why it's on here? I mean, what was it? Kane against, I don't think it was Kane against Kurt Angle. I think it was on that show, WrestleMania 17. No, that was on WrestleMania 18. Kane was in the hardcore match with Big Show, and who else was it? Big Show and Raven. My bad. But I just believe WrestleMania 19 to me is my favorite WrestleMania of all time. If you guys want some more, WrestleMania 21, 24. 25 is just before Undertaker Michaels, which to me is my greatest WrestleMania match of all time, which is Taker versus Michaels. If you're going down to more history, didn't care for 27. 28 was okay. It was just because of Rock and John Cena. CM Punk, Chris Jericho was going on that show too, and then End of Era. It's the only matches, redeeming matches from WrestleMania 28. 29, didn't care for 29. 30 was a good show. 31 was okay. 32 was trash. We all know that. Mostly due to the injuries and, of course, the main event. 33, I'm not going back and watching it a couple of times. I'd give WrestleMania 33 probably a 7.5 to an 8. Due because 32 is so trash, they gave 33 such high praises. And then this year, WrestleMania 34, again, for guys who'll be new subscribers and my current listeners, next week, Wednesday, 10 o'clock, will be live preview and predictions for WrestleMania 34. I'll go ahead and break down the card from top to bottom, give you my match order, how the matches I would have take place, and the current run time. And, of course, there's rumors about The Rock. We'll get into The Rock tomorrow with Elias. I'll tell you where I would put that segment if it does happen, which they're trying to make it happen. I'll break it down for you guys tomorrow for Behind the Curtain episode 2 about where I would put that on this show. So, been talking to a lot of people, but let's go ahead and get into Behind the Curtain. I'll let you guys know what we're going to talk about today before we hit this intro. We're going to talk about Stephanie McMahon on Jinder Mahal's WWE Championship run, what her thoughts on it were. And we'll also get into, the second topic would be Braun Strowman's partner, and also, Braun Strowman's partner, and also news and rumors about this TLC match, which is supposed to take place for the tag team titles. And topic 3, we're going to talk about why WWE added Rusev to the U.S. Championship match. And then topic 4 will be, of course, about the guy who was in the thumbnail, Shane McMahon, the biggest news topic that's going on right now. And then the last topic we have will be on Nia Jax, commenting on will her match be on the pre-show Will her match be on the pre-show with Alexa Bliss? Oh, you guys will get my full thoughts on that. So, let's hit the intro for Behind the Curtain. Catch you guys back here in a second.
Yeah.
DJ Durrell.
The way we put this shit together, you know what I mean? Punch on Durrell, make the beat, you know what I mean? I got this man on the saxophone.
Alright guys, as we look here for WrestleMania 34, we all can talk about it. We all know it. We all know since the past, let's see. The Mania, which I thought had the last great build-up for anything that they've done in WWE, WrestleMania 28. To me, no offense, I know people will say, oh, WrestleMania 30 had the whole Daniel Bryan yes movement, but we know what that was for, my people. That was designed by accident. WWE did not want to build up Daniel Bryan. They wanted Daniel Bryan to face Triple H and have Batista versus Randy Orton be their main event match, which Vince was, that's what he wanted, okay? So I'm not even going to count 30 as a real build-up because we changed that. That's not WWE saying, you know what, this is what I wanted to have the build-up to be. No, we changed that. 31, no build-up. I don't care about Roman versus Brock. We didn't want to see that. That was them saying, you know what, we're going to do it anyways. The fans don't want it. And guess what? We changed the outcome again at WrestleMania 31. 32, okay, you can say mostly due to the injuries. Okay, they wanted Cena versus Taker at 32. We didn't get it. We got a whole bunch of other nonsense that we didn't really much care for. The only match that we were looking forward to was see Shane versus Taker, but we know that Shane wasn't going to be Taker. 33, there really was no build-up. So that's why I'm saying WrestleMania 28 was the last time WWE actually cared and tried to build up feuds. Again, you had Punk versus Jericho. Freaking The Rock and Cena was a whole 2 years build. Then we had, of course, the end of the era match, which was a fantastic match. So we're looking at WrestleMania 34. I mean, you can say they tried, but there's nothing on these cards. If you look at the match right now, there's nothing on the cards that you're like, they tried to build up that we care about. I mean, AJ versus Nakamura is just being built off past history. There's no build up there because Vince is like, you know what? They're care to see Nakamura versus AJ. We're going to give them that match. Okay, we're going to make them watch Brock versus Roman, but let's just throw them a bone. They're throwing us a bone with AJ and Nakamura, so there's no build up there. Taker versus Cena. Cena's trying his darnest, but Taker's not going to show up until Mania, which, again, I don't think Taker's going to show up until Mania, if you want my realistic opinion. Because it's going to be the regular Undertaker, and he'll come out at Mania. Cena will probably be in the fan, sitting front row. And, you know, he'll probably just cut through. Maybe it'll be one of those matches that have just happened. One of those small matches that, say, Cruiserweight Championship matches on the show. Bada yada. Cedric Alexander wins, which I think he'll win. Cena comes to the ring. Cena calls out the dead man. Dead man comes out. Then the match happens there. So I don't think Taker will show up on Raw. So, Brock versus Roman. They're trying their darnest. Reason why I really don't care to see this match because, again, Roman's a face. I know he's going to win the belt. We know he's going to win the belt for the past 3-4 years. The last year. So I really don't care to see Roman versus Brock. So no interest there. Look at Asuka versus Charlotte. Where's the story? Where's the build? The story right now is they're just saying it's the streak versus the champion. That's their story right there. What else have they done to build a match? Nothing. Move on to another big match. Rousey, Angle versus Triple H versus Stephanie. Do any of you guys truly care after the past couple weeks? I mean, we can still see Ronda's really nervous on the microphone. I mean, again, this is her transition from UFC to wrestling, where UFC, they give you straightforward questions. You give your straightforward answer. In the WWE, they're forcing her down with these, remember this script. Again, they should just give Ronda bullet points, have her go out there, boom, that's what she just say. But then again, I think when Brock loses to Roman, put Heyman with Ronda. Ronda does not need to talk. Put Heyman with Ronda. So again, and then you have Angle, Triple H, and Stephanie. Do any of you guys out there really truly care to see Stephanie wrestle? Any of you guys care to see Stephanie wrestle? Do you? Okay, that's what I thought. And you look at Triple H versus Angle. When they were talking about Angle versus Triple H, since SummerSlam, we knew about this rumor happening. I didn't want to see Triple H versus Angle anyways. If you wanted my ideal opponent for Triple H this year, Finn Balor. The guy could have used it. Finn Balor going against Triple H at WrestleMania. Again, Triple H gave Seth Rollins a rubber last year. But you know how Triple H goes year to year. That's the same thing with Cena, same thing with Orton, same thing with Triple H. You win one, lose one. Win one, lose one. Now, I know Triple H has lost at 32. He lost at 33. That's 2 years in a row. What's going to happen, people? You think Ronda's going to win this year? I'll get in. You'll know next week. But I haven't cared for the build for that either. It's been blah. I don't care to see it. I was hyped to see it because, it's Ronda, but she can tell she still has a long way to go in the ring to get better. And it's going to take some time, people. What's another big match that they're publishing this year? Women's title match for Raw. Should have been Bayley versus Sasha. Again, with JD, I agree with him. Should have been Bayley versus Sasha. Bayley should have won at Elimination Chamber. Sasha turned heel at the Chamber. Start your feud right there. Simple as that. But they're in the Battle Royal. But Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss. She's had the belt for too long. Again, I'm going to give you my take right here. I'm going to tell you the Nia Jax segment where I think it's going to happen with Nia Jax. Only matches that I'm realistically hyped for to see, of course, is Daniel Bryan. We'll get into Shane McMahon on here and Behind the Curtain, episode 1 in a minute. Right now, Daniel Bryan match, Asuka versus Charlotte. I love Asuka. I want to see her. I love seeing her just be a freaking bitch. I love Asuka. What else we got? Cena versus Taker. It's Taker's last match. This Taker's last match. Wanted to see Cena versus Taker since WrestleMania 30, people, in my opinion. I wanted to see it since WrestleMania 30. And then Nakamura, AJ. Those are my 4 matches that in order. This is order, too, people, that I want to see. This is my order. So, the build this year, it's trash. It's trash. NXT, again, is probably going to be the better show. But I'll tell you how next week on Wednesday, what order that they can even beat NXT, people, in the order. It's going to be due to the wrestling, not due to any of these promo packages, which W is great at making these promo packages. They're great at making chicken crap turn into greatness. Same thing with last year's Roman versus Taker match at WrestleMania 33. The build was trash, but that music they had for it, the package work they had for it was pretty dang good. So my take, WrestleMania 34 build, of course, has been trash, people. Nothing exciting, nothing that we all care about to see. But let's just get into topic 1. Topic 1 is going to be on Rusev. To me, they tried their darnest to fight this Rusev Day. We're going to keep him heel. We don't want to turn him babyface. They tried their darnest, people. But again, you had to do something with Rusev. Were you just going to throw the guy into the freaking Battle Royal? The guy's your number 1 merch seller in your company right now is Rusev. Yes, people, Rusev is number 1 in selling merchandise right now. If you did not know that, he's number 1. He didn't pass the New Day. He's past AJ. He's past Nakamura. He currently is number 1. So, my idea, would this have been the ideal situation for Rusev, in my opinion? At worst case, this is what he was going to do anyways at Mania. If it wasn't going to be the Battle Royal, I thought it was going to be the U.S. title match because nobody cares to see Jinder Mahal. Randy Orton's boring as a babyface. And Bobby Roode is boring as a babyface too. So they had to do something, right, to spice up the match. Because you can just have 2 triple threat matches. Your Rollins, Finn Balor, and The Miz. Okay, congratulations, Miz. His baby girl was born 2 days ago. So congratulations to The Miz. So all those rumors about The Miz might miss WrestleMania. He's not going to miss WrestleMania, but congratulations to you, Miz. You already have that match, a triple threat match. You have a triple threat tag team match. We'll touch on that, what that's supposed to be. So you had to do something else for the U.S. title match. Because the way it was going right now with Orton, Roode, Mahal, that could be pre-show worthy right there. No offense, I know they wouldn't put Randy Orton on the freaking pre-show. I mean, come on. Vince McMahon would never put Randy Orton on the freaking pre-show. So you had to do something to spice up the U.S. title match. Now, this goes from being a bathroom break match to just see if Rusev's going to win. So you got my interest now, Vince. So let's go ahead and touch on the real reason why they announced Rusev to be in the U.S. title match. So, WWE announced 2 days ago that Rusev has been added to the U.S. title match at WrestleMania 34. We'll now see Randy Orton defend the title against Bobby Roode, Jinder Mahal, Rusev. Dave Meltzer. You're going to hear a lot of Dave Meltzer on here, people, because, of course, he's the number 1 person for wrestling news. We all know that. Dave Meltzer is. So, Dave Meltzer reported in the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter that the reason why Rusev was added to the match at WrestleMania 34 was because of his massive merchandise sale, which, told you, people, he's not one in the company. Do something with him. Rusev was initially slated to be in the Andre Demora Battle Royal match, but plans have changed because, again, we've been clamoring for Rusev. What? This freaking has been going on since what? The Royal Rumble, people? We can say even before the Royal Rumble, this guy's been over. He was the most over person in the company. Not anymore. Now that Daniel Bryan's back. That's possible. Daniel Bryan. But he was, since the Rumble, man, we've been clamoring for Rusev. Do something with Rusev. Again, like I was saying, you guys now are going to know everything about me when it comes to wrestling because The spot Mahal was in initially this summer, the spot that Rusev should have been in. I'm sorry. No, Jinder Mahal is not even better wrestler than Rusev. He's not. Rusev has more charisma than Mahal. He can talk on the microphone better than Mahal. Rusev should have been the spot that Mahal was in. And now I think, again, Rusev needs to win the belt at WrestleMania. I'm sorry, people. You may like, I love Randy Orton too, people. I love Randy Orton for that RKO. But again, right now, they need to turn Orton heel, send him to Raw, turn Bobby Roode heel, have him feud with Nakamura upcoming year. Again, what else now? Mahal, sorry, do if you want to, send him to Raw too. Send him to Raw too. Get him off SmackDown Live. He was killing that show. So, my take on Rusev being added to the match, good. Now I can watch it. Now it won't be a bathroom break match when I'm with you guys doing my live reactions for WrestleMania. So we all can now see Rusev win the belt, which, again, Rusev needs to win this belt. I'm sorry. He is over. Turn him babyface. Have Rusev feud with, who else are you going to bring up from NXT this year? Cassius Ohno, whatever. Who else is on SmackDown? Chad Gable. He can feud with Chad Gable. Who else on SmackDown that can wrestle? Sami Zayn, if he stays over there, feud him with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn and Rusev, okay? Or babyface Rusev versus a heel Dolph Ziggler. Who else is on SmackDown? I'm trying to think. SmackDown is so terrible right now. Who else was in the mid-card situation? Or Rusev against Shelton Benjamin. Or Rusev against a heel Bobby Roode. That'll be good too. But again, I'm just happy that Rusev was added to a match where it goes from being a bathroom break match to a match that we actually can physically watch people. So I'm happy for Rusev. Rusev deserves this. I mean, he's been... The stuff that he was given in the past, I mean, the stuff he had with Summer Rae was trash. The feud he had with John Cena coming back was unnecessary. It did nothing for Rusev. I'm just happy he's added to something that he's worth being on the WrestleMania card. It's a match where, again, goes from bathroom break to a match that we can see. And I'm just going to go ahead and give you my spoiler for here. Rusev should win. I think he will win because he deserves it. He's the number one merchandise seller in your company. Remember when the New Day was number one merchandise seller in the company? What happened to the New Day? They got pushed. They were champions for like freaking how long until the Usos beat them? So happy for Rusev here. So the next topic we're going to touch on, again, I'm saving Shane McMahon for the end because I have a bunch of stuff I want to discuss for Shane McMahon. Let's just go ahead and get into this Braun Strowman rumors. Okay, people. I was seeing from Dean Ambrose to be Braun Strowman's partner to now hearing that Dean Ambrose is going to be delayed. So, I don't know what's going to happen with Braun Strowman. Again, I was hearing stuff about Samoa Joe being Braun Strowman's partner, but now they want to hold off Samoa Joe until the night after Raw, have him attack Roman Reigns and have him feud with Roman Reigns. People. Okay, worst case scenario here, people, for Braun Strowman is Elias. But if you're going to do a segment with Elias and The Rock for WrestleMania, he wouldn't be a partner for Braun Strowman. I've heard Big Show. I've heard Kane. I've heard Dean Ambrose. Speculation from Cage Side Seats, if we're going to touch on this, is that... Let's go ahead and get to the Braun Strowman talk right here for Braun Strowman. According to Sports Illustrated, if Rey Mysterio can get cleared by Vince McMahon, it's strongly considered using him as Braun Strowman's partner at WrestleMania. That's... No offense. Rey Mysterio and Braun Strowman, would that work to you people out there? Would Braun Strowman and Rey Mysterio work for you? For me, no. I'm sorry. Samoa Joe is the perfect person to be Braun Strowman's tag team partner at WrestleMania. Now, if you guys want to know more information about this, my take on this was Braun Strowman should not even be in this situation. We all know that out there, people. Braun Strowman should have won the belt from Brock Lesnar at No Mercy. I'm sorry, people. Worst case scenario right now, it should be Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns in a street fight at WrestleMania for the belt. Worst case scenario. This is so disrespectful to Braun Strowman where in this case, you don't even know who his damn partner is going to be at WrestleMania. The guy has busted his ass all year to be... No, look, get these hands, people. It's freaking the top selling merchandise on WWE.com. Braun Strowman should not be in this situation. This is sad that we don't even know. We're a week away from Mania. Don't know who his partner's going to be. I think this will be another situation where we'll find out at WrestleMania who his partner's going to be. At worst case, I know Big Show is supposed to be retiring. Rey Mysterio, I mean, if he gets cleared to be Braun Strowman's partner, yeah, you could say that. I mean, Dean Ambrose, yes, he has feud with the Bar in the past. It's the reason why he's injured was a match against the Bar. That makes sense, though. So, to me, Rey Mysterio, if he is cleared to go, which we'll talk about Rey Mysterio tomorrow, he should be in the cruiserweight division. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people. But listen here. The way 205 Live has been built since Triple H has taken over the past 5 weeks, it's great. I don't think Triple H would mess up Rey Mysterio, people. Now, if he's on Monday Night Raw with Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn, do you trust them to keep Rey Mysterio built up strong? Look what they did to Finn Balor, people. Look what they done to Finn Balor, what they did to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn while they were there until they got sent to SmackDown. Now they're being used properly. Look what they done to Apollo Crews, people. Who else on Raw they freaking buried on Raw? That should be used. What they did to Bayley. Perfect example. What they done to Sasha Banks. Perfect example. Do you think they're going to keep Rey Mysterio where he should be? Send him to the Cruiserweight division. So, if you want my order, who should be Braun Strowman's partners, again, A, Samoa Joe. I mean, that's just, picture that. Samoa Joe and Braun Strowman tag team champions. Then Dean Ambrose. That's it. There should be nobody else listed to be Braun Strowman's partner. So, I'm going to go with, it's going to probably be Dean Ambrose, not Rey Mysterio. I think Dean Ambrose will be Braun Strowman's partner at WrestleMania, and it'll be a good ovation, I think, for Dean Ambrose. You know, win some more gold at WrestleMania with Braun Strowman. So, there was something else down here I wanted to touch on as rumors. As far as a SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship match. So, various sites and Twitter used reports on the WWE app on Tuesday night, sent them quickly, deleted a notification saying that SmackDown title triple threat match at WrestleMania would be a TLC match. So I heard about that on Tuesday night too, and then it was quickly deleted, and somebody took a screenshot of it and posted it on Twitter. So my take on this match, something needed to be a ladder match at WrestleMania. Something had to be a ladder match at WrestleMania because WrestleMania, WrestleMania 31, we've had ladder matches. 31, Daniel Bryan won the Intercontinental Championship. 32, Zack Ryder won it, lost it the next night. So Vince has to keep the streak of Sunday being a ladder match, right, people? So, but putting the Usos, the New Day, and the freaking Bludgeon Brothers in a triple threat TLC match. Let me just say something here, people. If this opens the show, that triple threat TLC match opens the show, you better have something that's going to close the show. It's going to get people up off their feet. Keep their focus, people. Keep their focus for that main event. You better, Vince, because I'm going to tell you right now, if you put the Usos, which they've had freaking great matches on every single pay-per-view they've been on this year. You put the New Day, which have had great matches with the Usos. Every pay-per-view this year they have a match. They've had a match. Then you put the Bludgeon Brothers, who have had great matches with the Usos in the past when they had that face paint. And they have great matches with the New Day in the past, too. I mean, and you put TLC. If you open the show, Vince, with this match, you better have something that's going to close this show. Because they will steal the show when they open the show. So, I'm just saying, if this rumor holds the place, and it's a triple threat TLC match, they will steal the show when they open the show. I am sorry, Vince. You sure you know what you're doing here? Hope you know what you're doing. But that's what the rumor report was. Usually when something like this happens where it's deleted by the company by mistake when they shouldn't have posted it, and you screenshot it, what does Vince McMahon usually do, people? He usually changes his mind. So, I hope it holds place, but if it doesn't, I would not be surprised. It's still a regular triple threat tag team match, but he probably might just make it a ladder match then, because he wouldn't want to, he doesn't usually want, something like this happens and spoil, Vince usually changes it and does something else a little bit differently. So I can see him, worst case, just making this a ladder match now, since the TLC freaking out, but it'll probably just be a ladder match. So, next topic here, people. I was going to say The Rock for tomorrow, but it's all this, the whole Braun Strowman, the TLC, and The Rock segment is like all broken down in cage side seats. So, I'm about to touch on it now because it's still right here. So, the betting site have an appearance by The Rock at WrestleMania 34 as a near sure thing, with some odds offering at 1 to 100 or 99% that he shows up in New Orleans. So, the reason why I was going to report on The Rock was because I was watching Joe Cronin's show on Wednesday, which is out of nowhere. They were reporting that The Rock is supposed to be reported to, Vince is trying to get The Rock to do a segment with Elias, which I said, if you put the Elias and The Rock face to face at WrestleMania in that guitar segment, come on, man, that's pure gold. As pure comedy gold, we know we always want to see The Rock and Elias. I know people are just saying, oh, but The Rock will probably hit Elias with a rock bottom to people's elbow, and then he'll probably be buried by The Rock. Didn't Bray Wyatt get buried by The Rock at WrestleMania 32? Listen, this is a totally different situation, people. Bray Wyatt was out there with Luke Harper, I think Eric Rowan. I don't think he was out there with Braun Strowman, though, at that time, at WrestleMania 32. But I think he was out there with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. I think he was out there with them. Okay, it was 3 people against The Rock. Then out comes John Cena. So it's 2 against 3. Yes, you could say the 3 people should beat up the other 2 people, should they not? Plus, Cena was still hurt. Yeah, we get that. We get that. The problem was with Bray Wyatt, he was not on a match. He didn't have a match. At the time, Bray Wyatt had been on 2 Manias in a row. He lost at 2 Manias in a row. He lost to Undertaker. Then he lost it to John Cena at WrestleMania 30. So then he comes back and he gets second with The Rock and gets beat up. We understand that. That's a totally different situation. This is Elias Sampson's first ever WrestleMania. He's been built up pretty darn good throughout the whole year. Then you put him up against The Rock. That's the right thing to do. Listen, people, Elias would not be buried if he goes face-to-face to The Rock and gets rock bottom and people's elbow. No, he will not be buried. Because guess what will happen? He's going to show up the next night on Raw in New Orleans and get a freaking massive ovation when he says, who wants to walk with Elias? He'll probably have the freaking second loudest reaction of the night because we know Roman Reigns, when he comes out with the belt, he's going to get booed. So we know Roman will probably have the loudest ovation of the night. But Elias will not be buried if he does have a segment with The Rock. It'll be the dude. That'll probably be Elias' highlight of his whole career so far. So if the segment with The Rock and Elias does take place, I think it'll be a great thing for him. It'll be a great thing for the whole show. But the problem with that is now I'm going to have to figure out how to recuperate 25 minutes. Because the worst thing about this segment will be it's going to take time away from either Nakamura or AJ, or take time from Cena and Undertaker, or take time from Asuka versus Charlotte. It'll take time for one of these matches. And know one thing, it will not take time from Triple H's matches. It won't take time away from that. But that'll be the only thing I have to do is figure out where the heck to space out everything else out. Because I think it's going to happen. Again, they don't want The Rock to get too physical, his insurance company. But, I mean, what? Rock bottom at people's elbow. How can The Rock get injured just doing 2 moves? So that's the thought on The Rock appearing at WrestleMania. I think he'll probably appear at WrestleMania, people. So since we're sticking to the women, let's go ahead and get to this Nia Jax situation. So Nia Jax was asked on potentially working a pre-show of WrestleMania instead of working the main card with Alexa Bliss. Now, people, my thoughts on this were clearly, mine are pretty much the same thoughts as JD Fremont, like I told you guys. Sasha and Bayley should be for the Raw Women's title. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. To me, again, Sasha has worked her butt off. She's probably been the hardest working woman the whole year. Look at her body of work throughout the whole year. Look at her body work throughout the whole year. Look who she's worked with throughout the whole year. What's Alexa Bliss' best match this whole year? Against Sasha. What was Charlotte's best match last year? It was against Sasha. What was Becky Lynch's best match of last year? Probably Sasha. What was Asuka's best match of last year? Probably Sasha. Okay? Sasha, you look at look at Nia Jax. Who was Nia Jax's best match of last year? Probably with Sasha. Okay, the situation with Bayley. She was treated like crap beginning of the year. No offense, we all said, yeah, Alexa Bliss has been champion beginning of the year because she was grabbing the microphone. We all loved Alexa Bliss and we all like Alexa Bliss. Okay? We understand that. The storyline called for Bayley and Sasha to be for the title. I know people are saying, oh, but Sasha and Bayley does not need to be for the title. Okay, look where they're at now. What match are they in now? The freaking Women's Battle Royal match at WrestleMania. Sasha and Bayley should have been for the Raw Women's title. I'm sorry. You still could have done your Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss. Worst case scenario, Nia beats Alexa at WrestleMania without the belt. Then she go ahead and feud with Sasha. A heel Sasha versus a babyface Nia Jax. Does that work for you people? Yes or no? It works for me, okay? Then you can move Alexa back to SmackDown, where she should have been, not moved, but we had to move Charlotte because Charlotte was dominating freaking Raw throughout the whole freaking last couple of years. So you had to do something with Charlotte. So you moved Charlotte to SmackDown. Again, no offense to my Echo Dot. Every time I say her name, it wants to go off. We'll just call her the Raw Women's Champion. We know who the Raw Women's Champion is. So the Raw Women's Champion against Nia Jax. I don't care for the story. I'm sorry. You have stopped and you have started with Nia Jax the past 2 years. You started, you have stopped. You have started, you have stopped. Make up your mind, WWE. Make up your mind. So let's go ahead and touch on this Nia Jax commenting on possibly being on the pre-show of WrestleMania instead of being on the main card, which, spoiler alert, I'm putting one of these belts on the pre-show. It will be the Raw Women's Championship. So this is a spoiler out there. I'm already going to put them on the pre-show because I'm sorry. It's going to be what? Literally, this match is probably going to be like 5 minutes. Okay? What way do you see the Raw Women's Champion have any shot against Nia Jax when she is pissed off? Okay, this should be a squash match at WrestleMania. So let's just go and touch on the topic. Nia Jax recently spoke with WrestlingInc.com to talk about her various topics. Here are the highlights. If her championship match with the Raw Women's Champion is put on pre-show of Mania, this is obviously not the ideal position that you'd want to be in, but to be fair, our show is watched all around the world. Stop it there. Austin Aries and Neville, they got no commission from last year's WrestleMania. When you go on the WWE Network and you start at WrestleMania 33, does it start with Neville versus Austin Aries? No, it does not. Does the DVD of WrestleMania 33 even show Austin Aries and Neville on the back cover of it? No, it does not. So right there, Nia. Yeah, you may be seen across the world, but guess what? You ain't getting no revenue, honey. I'm sorry, you're not getting no revenue from WrestleMania 34 if you're on the pre-show. Just ask Austin Aries and Neville. Watched by many people around the world, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people would still catch us on the pre-show. It's an honor to be on the card, period. But I definitely feel that the women have earned a shot on the main card. I don't think that I'll be happening this year. So, Nia right there is saying she doesn't think that she'll be on the pre-show. Listen here, people. We have Ronda Rousey, Charlotte, Asuka. The women's battle royal will probably take place on the main card. Listen, it's first time ever, people. You know how Stephanie is with these first time ever situations. They all take on the main show. So you have Rousey's match, Asuka versus Charlotte's definitely on the main card. Okay, you have the women's battle royal, and then you probably have this match if you try to do that. That's 4 women's matches on the main show, people. That's overkill. I'm sorry. You're not putting Ronda on the pre-show. You're not putting Asuka Charlotte on the pre-show. You're definitely not going to probably put the women's battle royal on the pre-show. I guarantee you that. Something will have to be on the pre-show. So, in my opinion, she's going to be on the pre-show. This match should be on the pre-show. It'll be a good buffer. You put the men's battle royal on the pre-show. You put this on the pre-show. I'm giving away all my predictions. You have to put one more match. It's going to be a 3-match pre-show. So, I'm not putting the Cruiserweight Championship on the pre-show. I'm not doing that. They busted their butt to get back notoriety from Triple H. You're not putting that on the pre-show. So, you're having the Raw Women's Championship match, men's battle royal. You need one more match. See, if the U.S. title did not have Rusev, you know what? It might be on the pre-show. But then again, Randy Orton ain't trying to be on no pre-show, people. So, that was Nia Jax's thoughts on that. Okay, let's see. Just another thought here. Possibly being drafted to SmackDown during Superstar Shakeup, which will be happening at Backlash. Let's see what she has to say about this. I would be surprised. Oh, she said, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I think SmackDown is filled with talented people. I personally enjoy watching this show on the side. There are a lot of female superstars that I would like to work with. It would be great to go over there and switch it up. I wouldn't mind it at all. That's nothing with Nia Jax's voice, but I think this match will be on the pre-show. And you have the men's battle royal, and you got to find one more match to be on the pre-show. So, that's my takes on that. So, we have 2 more topics here, people. We have 2 more topics here for Behind the Curtain episode 1. We're going to ahead and get... this is the next topic here, people. Just reading the headline of this, Stephanie has me rolling on the floor, people. She has me rolling on the floor. Okay, Stephanie McMahon on Jinder Mahal's WWE Championship run. It was incredibly interesting. It was incredibly interesting. Just that title alone knows Stephanie's probably going to go have some funny crap in here to say. Let's see what she has to say. Stephanie recently spoke with the Times of India. During her interview, she was asked if Jinder Mahal's run at the WWE Championship last year was a success. Here is what she had to say. Was it a success, Stephanie? What was that pay-per-view with Randy Orton and Mahal? Battleground. Jesus Christ. Randy Orton and Mahal in that freaking Punjabi prison crap match. You had the freaking Great Khali come out. Just that sighting alone was the worst pay-per-view of the year. The only redeeming quality if you went back to watch Battleground was to see the Usos versus the New Day. That match was the only thing. And just to see Owens versus Zayn. No, this is the Owens versus AJ for the U.S. title. That is it. Battleground was terrible. Jinder Mahal winning the W title, I know it was an initial shock when he beat Randy Orton. I was like, myself was like, holy shit, you gave him Mahal a push. Okay, let's see what goes there. Then he went on to the next 3 months. It dragged out. It dragged out. You had him beat Nakamura not once, not twice, but 3 times. 3 times he lost to Mahal. Then you had him face Randy Orton, which we all at that point, I thought Randy Orton was going to beat Mahal back for the belt. And he's going to go off and face AJ at SummerSlam, or he's going to face AJ at possibly Survivor Series or something like that. We're going to have an Orton-AJ feud. It's like, oh, looking forward to that. Then Mahal beats freaking Randy Orton with help of the Great Khali. And then AJ saved us on a SmackDown Live doing overseas. He saved us, people. He saved us from Mahal. Let's hear what Stephanie had to say. Like I said, she said Mahal's run as a W champion last year was a success. Oh my God, just hearing her say that, it's success. It was a success. Stephanie, show me where the success was. When people were clicking off SmackDown Live. When SmackDown Live was up here at its heights and went crumbling all the way down to where it is right now. Here. Here's what she had to say. I think his championship run was incredibly interesting and successful to a global audience. Where is it showing, Stephanie? The network subscribers are still the same. Where's that? And not just to India. If he became a bit of a hero in India as a result, well, that is awesome too. Jinder, of course, is playing the agnostic here in the States. I think he was received as a homecoming hero when he performed live in India. When he lost to Triple H in India. Yeah, way to go. And whenever there is a local star, there is significance to our audience there. Our audience is so much bigger. It is global, so we have to entertain everyone. Listen here. I watched a bunch of JD's videos for Off the Script, and I know he chimed in, but he had his own fans who lived in India said that they didn't care for Mahal. So, this article here, listen here, people. It's not against Mahal. He just can't wrestle. He's not charismatic. He's not charismatic on the microphone. The spot he was in again should have been Rusev. Listen here. If this was Rusev's spot right here, would we have complained about him beating Nakamura? Would we have complained about him beating Nakamura? Probably to a little bit, but Rusev would have been entertaining enough where he'd been like, it's okay. We know Nakamura will probably get it down the line later. Which he did. He got the Royal Rumble. So, I don't care for Jinder Mahal. Stephanie here, she's being her company, what she's going to do. Fill it up. Don't care. Don't care. Her thoughts on Mahal here. What do you want to do, right? You want to say, oh, no, Mahal did nothing for us when he was a champion. His numbers decreased SmackDown Live when he was champion. His merchandise sale was trash. Our attendance for the shows were trash. You want to be honest, people? That's what really happened. All right, here. The main topic here for Behind the Curtain, episode 1, people, is the whole Shane McMahon situation. So, to catch you guys all up what has happened, Shane McMahon had diverticulitis, okay? That ain't nothing to play with. Just ask Rock Lesnar what happened to him. He was out for, what, almost a year or two? This diverticulitis situation? So, let's break it down what has happened. So, Daniel Bryan was cleared last week. We all know that. We are all thankful. Well, Daniel Bryan was cleared since November, which is one of the real situation. He has been cleared since November. So, now you're looking at a situation where, wow, the person who was not cleared to wrestle is cleared to wrestle. The person who's been wrestling the past couple years now is not cleared to wrestle. So let's break down Shane McMahon here. Shane McMahon is currently recovering from his diverticulitis, and now he has a hernia situation, which will require surgery. Okay, you have diverticulitis, A. B, you have a hernia infection, which once that clears up is required surgery. Where is Shane McMahon here going to wrestle at WrestleMania? Let's just continue reading this, people, and I'll give you my thoughts on who should replace him in this whole situation. 2 weeks ago on SmackDown Live, McMahon announced that he would be taking an indefinite leave of absence from his position in the Blue Brand as commissioner, Following that announcement, McMahon was brutally attacked by Owens and Sami Zayn, which was a great freaking beatdown. This here saying, oh. Jesus Christ, people, that was still hilarious. That is a great gift. If you don't have it, we know that he was attacked from Owens and Zayn. Okay, following that vicious attack, McMahon went to the Caribbean with his family to rest and recuperate. Where there, Shane developed a massive infection due to diverticulitis and was hospitalized for several days in Antigua before being flown back to New York area hospital, where he is currently being treated with heavy dose of antibiotics. The doctors in New York have also discovered that Shane suffered a hernia during the attack, which will require surgery once the infection has been cleared. This dude is not going to wrestle at WrestleMania. I am sorry. The reason why they just announced this match was just to get Daniel Bryan's name. In my opinion, just to get Daniel Bryan's name on the card. If you're a casual fan, you're probably scrolling through WrestleMania 34. Oh, that's next week. Let's just see who's on the card. Oh, Daniel Bryan's wrestling. I gotta go see it. To me, that's the reason why they announced this match. But I don't think Shane's gonna make this, people. Diverticulitis is nothing to mess with. Just ask Brock Lesnar again about what happened to him the last 2 years when he had that diverticulitis. He could not wrestle. Okay, he had surgery for that junk. Shane is not going to wrestle at WrestleMania, in my opinion, people. He also has a hernia infection, which if any of you guys ever played football, ever had hernia, it hurts like a bee. My friend has had it before. It hurts like a bee. It's like a big, huge freaking golf ball on the size of you know what area, people. It has to be fixed up. Shane, he can't run when he has hernia. First of all, diverticulitis, it stops your freaking breathing. You will be going like, if you ever have asthma, people, it's like, if you get punched anywhere, that's what happens to you, okay? With this diverticulitis. So, A, he can't take a bump. B, he can't run. C, he's going to be short out of breath. If he even takes any of these bumps, he'll be out there trying to tag Daniel Bryan and really not be able to wrestle. So, you not put Shane McMahon in that situation whatsoever. In my opinion, at worst case, next week, they just say, you know what? Shane can't wrestle. Find another partner. Yo, there's going to be 3 matches at WrestleMania where it's going to be like, who's your partner? It's going to be Daniel Bryan match. It's going to be a Braun Strowman match. And then Cena, of course, is going to call out Taker at WrestleMania. You're going to have 3 matches where you don't know who's going to be partners or what's going to happen with one match. It's going to be crazy, people. So, my thoughts on there. Shane McMahon's not going to wrestle. Not going to wrestle. So, now you go to plan B. Who's Shane McMahon's partner? I know at A, everybody goes to, oh, it's going to be Chris Jericho. No. Chris Jericho's on tour with Fozzy, people. He has a date already that day for WrestleMania. He's on tour with Fozzy. He ain't going to make it. So no Chris Jericho thoughts out there, people. Then you probably go say, oh, B, well, just throw Dolph Ziggler out there. I don't want to see Dolph Ziggler being Daniel Bryan's partner. I'm sorry. He's done nothing all year. And he's doing nothing right now. He's an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal match, which means nothing. So, sorry. No Dolph Ziggler. There's only one man. One man comes to mind. It's the guy who's fighting on NXT. It's not who you think it is, people. It's not going to be Aleister Black, not Adam Cole. Sorry. The guy who's facing Tommaso Ciampa in an unsanctioned match. Johnny Gargano. Listen here, people. He beats Tommaso Ciampa. We already know he's being called up to freaking... He's going to be called up. There's already been news and rumors of him being called up. Johnny Gargano... Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. The roof would crumble in New Orleans. Johnny Gargano, the spitting image of Daniel Bryan, people. Johnny Gargano, Daniel Bryan, tag team against Zayn versus Owens. Book it! Book it, people. That's who I think would replace Shane McMahon. If by some miracle this guy makes it to WrestleMania, I'm wrong. But to have surgery for your hernia when the infection clears, if you ever had hernia injuries, people, you know you played football there, you can tell the people in the comments below, it hurts like a bee. It's a golf ball. Literally by your area. Okay? That stuff hurts. Diverticulitis. Look what happened to Brock Lesnar. 2 years of his life, people. Look when he came back against, you want to know? Look when he came back that Monday Night Raw with against John Cena and for WrestleMania, after WrestleMania 28. Look at Brock Lesnar, look how he looked. Look at him now. That's diverticulitis, people. That's not working out in the gym. That's diverticulitis. I'm sorry. I don't see no way Shane McMahon wrestles at WrestleMania. At worst case, he'll be in the corner of Daniel Bryan and Johnny Gargano, and he'll just be a cheering person. That's it. Worst case scenario. I don't see this guy wrestling. I'm sorry. If some miracle he does, I'm wrong, people. Some miracle, I'm wrong. But I don't see him wrestling. So, that's our topics for Behind the Curtain for episode 1 right here on the channel. Let me tell you guys what I'll be talking about for tomorrow. Tomorrow. I don't want to spoil the main event for WrestleMania. Don't want to do that. Let's see. Okay. We're going to talk about Rey Mysterio confirms his status for WrestleMania 34. Give you my thoughts on what he has to say. Again, is he going to be Braun Strowman's partner? Topic 2 will be Heyman wants a Lesnar-Bryan feud. Hogan addressed WrestleMania 34 rumors of him showing up in the Battle Royal match. Then topic 4 will be for WWE announces the details for WrestleMania week, which they have every year in the WWE Network, which will be WrestleMania, Raw, SmackDown, and Hall of Fame, what they're going to do with that. So those will be the 4 topics right now. Will be Hogan. Heyman wants a Lesnar-Bryan feud. Rey Mysterio confirms his status for WrestleMania 34, and WWE announces the WrestleMania week for USA Network. So that'll be the 4 topics I talk about tomorrow. If I find something else I'll let you guys know what will be on the channel for tomorrow. So again, people, don't forget to like the video. You comment down below. You subscribe to the channel here because it's WrestleMania season, baby. We're gonna have the full force again we'll be here tomorrow for episode 2. That's the topics for tomorrow. And Wednesday, live preview predictions on the channel with you guys. I'll give you my rundown of what I would have open the show, which you already got spoiled for 2 matches. Raw Women's Championship, and then the Battle Royal. Then I'll give you my time of each match, the length that they should have, and who should close WrestleMania. So catch you guys tomorrow for episode 2 for Behind the Curtain. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Comment down below, subscribe, follow all the social media links down below. Catch you guys tomorrow for episode 2. No, we're not going to call it episode 2. What we're going to do is be episode 1, part 2. For tomorrow. Catch you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
DJ The Real.
The way we put this shit together, you know what I mean?